Hello my beautiful ladies and welcome to today's video. I'm super excited for today's video because it pertains to the thing that I get asked about the most, and that is about dating and boys. I would say 90% of the time that somebody asks me something, DMs me like asking me for advice or just like anything, I feel like it almost always has to do with dating, with boys, and like just that whole realm. So that's why I'm making today's video, because I want to give you guys the top 5 tips that I have when it comes to dating and when it comes to vetting guys, and just like kind of my guide to like going into the dating scene. So I have a boyfriend, but I live by these things. This is like literally how I found and attracted my boyfriend. Not only that, but it's just really great advice. Like I would give this advice to my friends, my daughter, my future daughter. And yeah, I just think that this advice will really help you girls out. So I'm super excited to let you guys all in on it. So yeah, make sure to like this video, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and TikTok if you want to hear more awesome stuff like this. And without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so my first tip is that you guys need to know what you want in a partner. Like, what do you want out of a relationship? You really have to kind of like do your research on yourself. And I think this takes time alone. So if you're single right now, don't just waste this time twiddling your thumbs and Snapchatting a trillion guys on like Snapchat because you're bored and need attention. Instead of doing that, take this time to really sit with yourself and ask yourself, what do I want in my future partner? What am I attracted to, physically and not physically? Like, what kind of characteristics and personality traits makes a man desirable to you? What defines a high-value man to you? Is it a guy who's super driven, super athletic, super business savvy? Maybe he's an entrepreneur. Maybe he just has the ability to provide. Maybe he loves music, or he's artistic, or I don't know, whatever it is, you have to figure that out for yourself, and you have to really ask yourself, what are you attracted to? What is going to make you feel like attracted to this guy? And how are you gonna know when you meet this guy that, okay, this is somebody I could potentially be with? So really take the time to ask yourself these questions. And also, you really need to know what your non-negotiables are. I've said this before and I'll say it again, but if you don't know your non-negotiables, you're gonna get taken advantage of, your boundaries are gonna get pushed, and you're gonna end up not being happy and wondering how you got there. And the reason why you're there is because you never took the time to establish your non-negotiables. So I would say a good non-negotiable is like cheating. I know personally for me, if a guy cheated on me, I would break up with him. Like, there is no hesitation. Even if I didn't want to break up with him, I would end it. I would break up with him. So you have to figure out your non-negotiables. You have to ask yourself, what would be the boundary for me? What is crossing the line for me? And then go from there. And then you also want to ask yourself, what makes you feel loved? Like, what's your love language? And it doesn't have to be like one of the 5, stereotypical love languages. Just what makes you feel loved in this world. It could be small things like flowers, notes, cleaning things up. I don't know, but you just really have to ask yourself and get specific. All right, and what defines a healthy relationship for you? Ask yourself that as well, because like I said, if you don't know these things, you're gonna end up in a toxic relationship. You have to know and have the vision before you can actually make it happen. Okay, so tip number 2 is to be confident in you and what you bring to the table. So if you have this long list of all these things that you want in a partner, that you are attracted to in a guy, that's awesome and that's amazing, but you also have to bring something to the table. And I see a lot of girls online who always say like, oh, he asked me what I bring to the table, like I am the table. And that's awesome, and that's completely valid. But if that's the case, I'm sure you feel that way for a reason, and it's because you have X, Y, and Z to offer. So ask yourself, what would make me a good girlfriend? Why would somebody be attracted to me? What's desirable about me? Are you super loyal? Are you super supportive? Are you super determined? Do you go to the gym every single day? Do you have like certain hobbies? Are you a really good cook? Are you just a really loving and nurturing person? Whatever it is, figure it out, because if you are like 100% tuned in to what you bring to the table, you're gonna have confidence going into the dating scene. And you have to have confidence going into the dating scene, guys. This is like kind of what this tip is all about, is like how to instill yourself with confidence going in. Because guys, if you don't have confidence, that radiates and that's unattractive. And confidence is literally the most attractive thing to another person. Like the ability to just walk around and carry yourself knowing like how special you are, how amazing you are, what you bring to the table, and all of your incredible qualities, that is so empowering and it's so important. So make sure you know these things and make sure you are confident in them, and you will be so much more successful in the dating scene. And it's also going to help you to withhold your standards. And a boat literally just ran into the pier. Besides that, but yeah, if you are confident in what you bring to the table, you are going to be able to stand up for what you want and what you need. So you're going to be able to say, I need this in a relationship, and I know that because I bring this to the table, so what do you bring to the table, type of thing. All right, tip number 3. This one is so important. The amount of DMs that I get about this and questions I get about this, it's literally so frequent. So tip number 3 is to go for what you want, but know when to step back. I constantly get asked by girls, is it okay if I go up to this guy? Is it okay if I show my interest in this guy? Is it okay if I kind of like shoot my shot with a guy? And I think girls ask this because I often say that men should pursue the woman. And I totally, wholeheartedly stand by that. However, I don't think there's any problem in shooting your shot. So I know if it was me, like I'm a super confident person. Like I'm the kind of girl where it's like, if I see a guy that I find attractive, and I've done this multiple times, I will like walk up to that guy and be like, you're really cute. Like, what's your name? What's up? Who are you? But yeah, like don't be afraid to shoot your shot. It honestly radiates confidence, and you need confidence if you're gonna shoot your shot with someone. The thing is, guys get nervous. I don't care like what you girls think, guys get nervous. Alex is constantly getting DMs from guys saying like, oh, there's this girl that I'm like attracted to, but I like don't know how to like talk to her. You know, guys get nervous, and the amount of guys that probably see you and think you're so beautiful and so like attractive, but they're like too scared to say anything to you is probably thousands at this point in your life, thousands. But yeah, so it's okay to like shoot your shot and to show a guy that you're interested in him. The thing is though, once you've done that, the ball is in his court now. So it's really up to him to pursue you beyond that. So yes, shooting the shot is okay, but after that, he needs to be making all the moves, because if you're continuing to chase him and you've already showed your interest, so he knows you're interested and he's still not doing anything, it's most likely because he's just not into you. And that's okay. Not every guy is gonna be into you. Every guy has a different type. Every guy's attracted to something different. Most guys at your age probably just want to get with girls and not be bothered with anything serious, or like, you know, actually like have a connection with someone. So don't take it personally if that's the case, but you have to know when to draw the line and when to step back. Because if you're continuing to chase, if you're continuing to pursue, to text him all the time, to make all the plans, to try and get him to hang out with you, to call you, to do this and this and that, A, it's turning him off because you're coming on way too strong. Like, once you show your interest, back up. And also, where was I going with this? I forget. Also, you're coming off as desperate. And girl, you are not desperate. I'm sorry. If anybody's watching my videos out there, you're not desperate, and you'll never be desperate. That's one thing about me where it's like, I could be anything, but I will not be desperate. And you don't want to come off as desperate because you're not, and you have options. So make sure that you're not chasing. Make sure that you show your interest. That's fine, whatever. If he doesn't go up to you, you can go up to him. But beyond that, let him pursue you. Because if a man wants a girl, he's going to go after that girl. He is going to make it happen. So let him do that. If not, you're emasculating him. All right. Number 4 is don't give it up right away. And this is my opinion. I'm not going to tell anyone what to do, and I'm not going to shame anyone. However, this is what I believe, and this is what I believe is best. So take with that what you will, but this is why I believe that. So the reason why is because when you give it up right away, first of all, say you go home, you meet a guy, you're out, you meet him, you guys go home, and you give it up. When a guy meets you, he puts you in one of 2 boxes. He's either going to put you in the potential girlfriend box, or he's going to put you in the hookup box. And it's really up to you to decide which box you end up in. And if you put yourself in the hookup box, you're literally just another number to him. You're literally just another number on his body count. Let's be real. Like, these guys don't care about anything but like playing a game, and getting with girls is basically a game to them. So they're like, oh, what, like, how many girls can I get with? What girl can I get with tonight? And if you're that girl, you're just number 10, 13, 12, 20 on that list. You don't even know. And that's it. That's all you are. Now he's just on to the next one. However, if you take yourself out of that box, you're now in the potential girlfriend box. And also, the thing is, if the guy just ghosts you, if you don't like give it up, you're just protecting yourself, because now you know that all he wanted in the first place was sex. So do with that information what you will. But I know that if it was me, I'd say sayonara, and I would like not talk to him anymore. But yeah, I'd consider that a dub. But that's why I think it's so important. And also, it's not just about that. It's not just about standing out and putting yourself in the right box. Excuse me. I always get like kind of like burpy when I film these videos. I know that's kind of gross, but but yeah, it's not just about being in the right box. It's also about the fact that, I know personally for me, it's just a standard. And it's like, why would I give you my body, the most precious thing, something that is like so sacred, that also women have like so much power over their body? Because it's like, you know, every guy on earth wants your body, basically. There's no guy who's going to deny getting with you. So that really like is a powerful thing. And if you just give it up, you're kind of just degrading that worth. And to just anybody, it's like, why should just anybody be able to have that with you? No. Especially when they're not adding anything to your life. You don't even know if they're a high value man. You don't even know who they are. Like, do you know this guy's middle name? Do you know if he has brothers or sisters? Do you know what his favorite food is? Do you know what his deepest, darkest secret is? Do you know like who he is and his morals and how he lives his life? No. So why should he have access to your body? Think about that, because that's the way I see it, and it really just comes down to self-respect and standards. And now you're protecting yourself from guys who unfortunately are not to your standard. And that's okay, because if you're here, why should you be getting with someone who's down here? Ask yourself that. All right. And now Lastly, last but not least, we have number 5, and that is actions speak louder than words. And not only do you need to be aware of this, but you need to make the other person aware of this. Because I don't know about you guys, but I know that men will tell you anything you want to hear. They will say anything to get in your pants, to keep you around, but do the bare minimum. They will literally say anything. But their actions are what are actually going to show you how they feel about you. And I know that when I first started like seeing my boyfriend, when we first started hanging out and getting to know each other, I would always tell him and make it clear to him that your actions are going to show me exactly what I need to know. Your actions are going to show me how you feel about me. And he'd always ask me like, when am I going to see you next? And I'd always say to him, if you want to see me, you know where to find me. Like, you can contact me, you can make a plan with me. Like, if you want to see me, you're gonna see me. And it's really that simple, guys. There's no need for it to be any more complicated than that, because that's just the reality of things. If a guy wants to see you, if a guy wants to be with you, if a guy really cares about you, he's gonna show you those things through his actions. He's gonna take you out. He's gonna try to get to know you. He's gonna make time for you. He's gonna call you. He's gonna text you. He's gonna arrange things with you. He is actually going to put the effort in, and he's actually going to care. So, like I said, do with that what you will, but make sure that you are always looking for actions instead of words. A high value woman needs somebody to show her effort and action and energy, and that's a beautiful thing, and that is something that you need to stand by, because if it wasn't the case, then any guy would be able to sweep you off your feet with a few sweet words. So make sure that you know that a person's actions are always the most important thing. And that's it. That's the 5 tips. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because if you're not following me there, what are you doing? I'm literally spitting so much game. I'm helping you guys level up. I'm helping you guys become the best girls you can be, and you can always DM me on Instagram about literally anything you need advice with. I'm always answering my DMs, and I love to talk to you guys and help you guys out. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I would really enjoy if you guys dropped some comments letting me know if you've had any experience with any of these tips in the dating world, just kind of your guys' dating stories. I feel like that would be super fun. But yeah, let me know, and I really hope that this video helped you guys out there. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting me, for showing me love on this journey, and I'm super excited that we are on it together. So yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.